Audio log 1. It has been 3 days since it happened. All I heard was a loud explosion, and as I turned to the sky, it began to turn white. I knew then that my fear had come to pass. Relations between the creatures of the Nether and our world had been deteriorating for months. I had always feared something like this would happen. In my paranoia, I had gone ahead and begun to build a shelter beneath a large mountain to keep myself protected. Unfortunately, things accelerated faster than I had anticipated, and I was nowhere near finished with this shelter. While I did have a main room built and some basic supplies, I was still missing many things. I spent the last 3 days getting situated and finding some of the basic necessities that I could while underground. There is still so much left to do. Hey there everybody, Aaron here, and welcome back to the Nuclear Challenge. So, we're down in the, what will be the farm eventually, as I tweak my audio so that I don't blow myself out here with game audio. My headset. Okay, so I've done some things down here. This is the, the farm area. This will eventually be the full-on farm. But as you can see, I've expanded this. I've done some expanding here. I've moved the chickens, and I actually built up some, which is where the foods come from, of course. But I decided to move them to expand the farm, and this is down in here. There ended up being silverfish blocks, and so I was forced to kill all the chickens in a frantic fight to kill silverfish. So I used what eggs I had to get these guys back, and so we've had a little bit of luck. Otherwise, I've not done a ton other than standing around a lot. Mainly because there is a particular plan for today. So I'll go ahead and harvest this one here too. I just wanted to show you guys this before I let this all mature this time. As I've been playing it, I've honestly just been picking it as it grows, as I've needed. So we have some extra this time. Let's go ahead and do that. This is the first time I've harvested and had a surplus of seeds, so that's cool. Okay, so things we want. We want this today, a bucket of water. Hang on to that. Got some doors. Okay, so jungle trees, pain in the butt, as we all know. I've been impressed. I have barely been able to keep enough, and I actually have a surplus at the moment. I've had quite a few trees grow, especially since expanding this. It helped a lot. So the current goal for what we want to do here is I want to actually try to get oak saplings, and I know that there are some oak trees somewhere out in, I think it's this direction, outside. So to do that and to adhere to the challenges of the challenge, the rules of the challenge I should say, I need to I'm going to make an extra room off of here to allow for trees and whatever other kinds of things that are not animals to basically become long-term decontamination is essentially what happens. Okay, I do have an extra pick. Because I think it was 3 generations in is where you can claim stuff is safe to use. So that is currently our plan. So I need to get 3 generations. We'll just use these to put down. So as I don't have a ton of iron right now, everything for the most part is going to be using our brick here. So we need to, let's see, I had a plan for here that I wanted to follow. Let's do this for a moment. So decontamination is what we're wanting to do. I want to build a decontamination chamber to use to help get the trees to the proper point so that we can actually use them, take them into the base and use them. So that was today's goal, is to try and get this built. It doesn't have to be super huge because it's just oak trees, but there is one thing I wanted to do here. Okay, let's see. I need to have a door. I didn't know that, I didn't realize that the doors are actually different now, depending on the wood, so that's kind of neat. Okay, I wanted to have a door here, and then I want to do, let's see, we'll skip that. So one of the things that is talked about in the challenge rules is that you can use water, walking through water, to help decontaminate yourself. So my thought was for this, and I'll eventually do something similar here in this room, for this would be to just leave this in here, and so we can walk through this water curtain and essentially clean ourselves. So when I come in from outside here, I'll have to, everything we take outside will have to be put in these chests, and it'll just have to stay here. The only thing that I'll be carrying from there into here are saplings. And then when we come out, we'll be walking through this. I will probably, maybe what we should do is put a water... put a water curtain here, and we'll call that safe for as far as bringing the new sapling in when it's finally ready, and we can claim that that's kind of a cleans this off kind of thing, a decontamination thing to some extent. So that's our plan. So basically, we just need to build a small room. I looked up the rules for oak trees to grow, and the only rule is that it takes... Okay, that's what I thought. I guess that would actually work, but... let's see, there's a couple things we need to do here. Try and keep this as good as we can. Jeez, I'm losing my train of thought because I'm trying to... Why did I do that? Oy. So at least that's how I'm going to interpret the rules, as still being followed. And I think it's probably good enough for what we're doing. So we can just walk through, and away we go. So we have some extra iron, which can be... these iron blocks I'll never break down, because I just built this in creative before starting. So I'll never, I want to get some more water real quick. I'll never break those blocks down for just iron. So we'll just leave those. I'll use them somewhere. And then we can just try. Okay, so I grabbed the dirt, right? Yep, all right. We should be good. I looked up the rules for the trees. That's what I started saying. And for oak trees, all you need really is it just needs to have 4 air blocks above it, essentially, to be accurate. I'll make a... Actually, I should... How did I do that in there? I did do it 1 in. I should do that and make pressure plates. I kind of like using that for this. Okay. Let's see. Actually, hold up here. Let's go... Trying to decide... Well, let's see if I move the door to there. Okay, that's where... So here's the room. This is where the room is going to be. Keep all this dirt. And it is going to have to be fairly tall so that we can make sure that we have enough room for the saplings. Just do this while we build this real quick. Okay, so I want to... Down here for sure, I wanted to do... Because then we'll have a layer of dirt. We'll have a layer of dirt right here. Actually, now that I think about it, I suppose we don't need to have all of this be dirt, really. Let's see, if we go... Sorry, I didn't make exact plans for how I wanted this room to be ahead of time. I figured I'd actually go ahead and do a build for this, because that's a major part of this challenge, is making sure you have all your rooms and stuff done. Okay, if we go one more back... Put the dirt here, and then I build... I think we'll go... Currently, I'm just carving out the space that will actually leave as open air in here. And then we will come back and do... I do want to keep some torches lit in here, though. And who knows what other purposes we'll find for this room. I mentioned earlier the animals wouldn't go here. I have a different plan for using the animals. Oh, actually I want to do... There is where I want to do the... Yeah, that's where we want the dirt. Okay. So this gets taken out just to put our walls in. So the reason why I'm not going to worry about doing the 3 deep thing for a lot of this is, since a lot of this isn't exposed because it's in this mountain that we're in, I'm not going to worry about doing 3 deep so much. Anywhere that is going to be exposed, I've kind of talked about this, anywhere that would be exposed directly to the outside will have the proper setup for the rules. And even the farm will eventually have everything that is necessary. It just, I've been kind of doing that slowly when I've been trying to kill time standing around doing nothing down there, especially since I've had to spend a lot of time just letting stuff grow to have food. Because if you recall, at the end of the last episode, we had no food. I had no food but zombie flesh, and so I basically just stood still for a long time. I essentially let the game run while I went and worked on other things and just kept an eye on what was going on. Okay. I don't know. I thought we'd have enough of this stone, but we should probably be fine. Okay, let's see. We gotta clear. Do that. And it didn't bring another shovel. Make do. Okay. So we'll throw our torches back here. Have to make sure we get enough light going for the tree. I'll have to go back and make more tools anyway. So, not this episode. We're going to get this finished. Next episode, we will be heading outside for the first time during this challenge. I'll have to make sure all of my armor is currently in the good. Armor, as long as it is above yellow, I believe it was, is considered protective enough to be usable. So, coal. That is our goal, to keep that up. I plan to try and go out during the day for obvious reasons. Our water curtains. I guess I have a couple. If you're, so you've probably noticed I had a fair amount of, I have a fair amount of iron. I'm honestly trying to kind of hoard it at the moment because I'm going to have to make multiple sets of armor and stuff. Essentially, since I can reuse stuff, once I take this set outside here, I can reuse this, this armor in these chests to go back outside. So for now, I'm going to have 2 sets essentially. So I'll probably just do that actually, because it's just as well. Why waste the time? Also, I'll clean up some of the stuff I didn't get. You notice that's down there. I'll clean that up after off camera, just because it's gonna take a while. I'll probably clean up some more of this stuff. Okay, we have to go fairly tall here. One, 2, 3, 4. We have to go at least 1 up. So if we go 2 up, we'll be where I'm comfortable. I tend to like to go a little above. I know that there's ways you can farm to set up big enough areas to actually make large oak trees, but I'm not too worried about that. The biggest reason why I'm worried about trying to get this done is I want to be able to use oak trees to get wood a little more efficiently, because it's better. They have, you know, sapling drop rates and stuff are a lot higher than they are on the jungle trees, and they don't require as much crazy stuff to grow as the jungle trees do. So if you're starting, don't do what I did. If you're going to start this challenge, do what's recommended. Get oak saplings. I didn't really think it through initially. I kind of had the grand idea that I would really like to do like a massive opening for trees and do the large jungle trees underground, just because I think that the visual image of that would be kind of neat. But as wood, it's just a bad plan all around. Like, terrible idea on my part. Because you need the wood, you know, to keep going. I've been lucky that I've kept saplings, been able to get about a sapling a tree out of those jungle trees. So I'm trying to be proactive here with everything as far as our trees go, and that's why we're doing this right now. Another thing I need to get going is I want to get a mine going that's way down at the bottom, just because I know that we're going to need a lot of resources to be able to build all these rooms and stuff that we're going to be required to build. So as far as the animals go, I have to build a similar room like this for the animals. I haven't decided exactly how I'm going to do that. I was thinking that we might do, starting out in the hallway that's down here, I was thinking that I might build multiple rooms and shuffle generations to these other rooms until I get to the final room where it'd be the 3rd generation or whatever. And then set up some, I don't know if I can like try and set up a water channel or something that I can get them down into the farm. And I am out of blocks, of course. And the worst part is I don't think I put any in anywhere else. But as it is, this is pretty much... Check our light real quick. Oh yeah, we should be good. All right, so that is pretty close. Now that I think about it, I didn't really place that right either. For the pressure plates. I'll have to think about that. Let's see, I don't think I put any more stone in. I did not. 'Cause that would have been the intelligent thing to do. But that's alright. We're doing pretty good on time, so maybe we'll just call this here. So that's I also need to... So I just pulled these blocks out because they didn't look like glowstone was the big thing. And when I broke it, of course, I didn't get it. So I might cheat myself another one of these to put in here. Maybe I'll put one up there to help with the light in here. But so here we go. This is essentially... Not sure why that was hollow. This is essentially our room that we'll be bringing our sapling in. So that's our big goal for next time, is to get 1 sapling. I'll finish filling all this in properly. No, I want to do that though. Ha. All right. But I think that's going to do it for me today, everybody. I know this episode was a little lower key than I've done in the past, and I don't like to do a lot of these because... I don't know. I guess I personally feel like they're kind of boring. I don't know. If you guys like these kinds of videos, please be sure to like the video and maybe leave a comment letting me know you enjoy seeing these, because then I will do more of them. But otherwise, we are probably... there we go. As you can see, I kind of did this the ladder way here, and this tree has grown, not surprisingly. Our chickens have gotten big. But I think that's going to do it. So next time we venture outside, what will happen? Will I die? Will we fail? Who knows? The one thing I do know is that we won't have to worry about mobs for the most part, because I'm not going out in the middle of the night. So technically you can go out during the day as long as you're wearing the armor. So that's how we're getting by that one. I'll have to clear out a bunch of my inventory and stuff. It'll be its own challenge. But I think that's going to do it for me. So as always, take care of yourselves, and I will see you guys on the next episode. Bye-bye.